Hey, every year I beat. I not play when I small. And now when I grow up, hey, you understand? Okay, I mean, what have yeah, you want to see play. Because they boil you conk. Either they say pure water, maybe even pure water, ice water. Our time we say ice water. They serve the water, they give you, they drink. You know, those are the times where they use coin. Oh, I already know who they are. I mean, they call Pararan Panty and Pararan one of Africa. Agboko di Maggi, they're not the first person to buy Maggi to take cook. If you like, you use them. If you like, not use them. Where your food not sweet. Although you want to go waka, go put up inside the soup. Today at the verse at the current. Contains full ground. It is in here. Mama dress the kid baby alana. We'll go straight to the reason why we are here. No time. When I go to turn, I say all these police and politicians they work together on a fixing a play. Cause he's Zamfara CP. They talk like somebody with they drink Roscorin. Oh, here now what that bakara. He said this protest where people they warm up to protest. They say no one see anybody for Zamfara to do one. He said because now Boko Haram now want to do this protest. Bandits, kidnappers, jobless youth like this. He said never see the reason why they want protest. Okay, those of you never want sham.
More especially in Zamfara State, we are suffering from bandit attacks in the villages. So if the cities that remain now are short, that means the whole society is short. I want to let you know that most of the people that are calling for this protest are criminals, bandits, illegal miners, armed robbers, and unemployed youths. Those who organize NSAS are still part of the people that are trying to organize this protest against the federal government. They will be joined by other forces. Militants will join, Boko Haram will join, ISIS will seize opportunity to come in. We don't have any reason whatsoever to go and start carrying placards against government.
In the country, so na CPO, Commissioner of Police. Now they yan apataso, and we take what the where they use tobacco. You not go see anything wrong. You know why? Because you be CP, free money. If ESCC they work where they start to check all this CP, because some of them will be CP, when I ever get money past the governor for Nigeria. If you don't know, make a sure turn now. Some CP get money past the governor of his state. Those of them who are brain over strong, are not going to understand what they talk. All those illegal money when they take, when they enjoy, they say no, get the country because you be CP, Commissioner of Police, you don't see anything wrong. Country where only una go buy uniform, you don't see anything wrong because you know say now your people they do, so you see they do other people, the thing they sweet you. People want protest, country not get light, insecurity. Corruption, you say you don't see anything wrong. Say the peace of this country. Say na Boko Haram. So even me where they say yes, more come outside call protest. All of us now are criminal. Nigeria cannot grow. More now one more po, and one more po because all these police and the politicians, all of them are immune. Because police no say the country work well, a lot of them go to prison. If this country they work well, big oga for police go dey prison. If they say me they give account, corruption, police or you know, is set like the police corruption. Now be the one way they do also, the one way they do their own self for police. If police verse do protest, if police verse talk, if police reverse talk, like the way we citizens they complain. If police complain for you, what they do there for police? CCP. For the way you they see other country, and you they see our country, so our country they okay. Because say some group of people they just they manage the resources of the country and I say the country do okay. I'm go straight to other news all time. Agbala Mashigbada. Every time I go to turn and say this country does city too. A country na making ban. When I will say, Pararan, you don't know what he talk, you don't know what he talk, you smart king. Because I speak pidgin. This man wey dey my back, so na former Rivers State chief of staff. He don burst out, come tell us. He said that they write result during his time, even na for your office, they go write result, do everything, give INEC will go call the result. Now every wayo, see na wetin they do. Those of them never watch am, wetin they talk am. Oh yeah, regadilaba.
Caretaker, whatever. I was told today that one of them that was appointed chairman was boasting that the revenue of council from the federal allocation will still come to him that he will manage. Think that there's still a lot to do, or just a few others to do. The issue of election into office should no longer be the responsibility of state independent electoral commissions, because the system is already skewed. The governors will use it as another means of getting back what they feel they have lost. Because they formed the RISEC, the SIEC, I'm sorry, when I say RISEC, I'm talking about Rivers State. They formed the State Independent Electoral Commission and give them handouts. I was chief of staff, I gave handouts. I gave. Elections could be written inside chief of staff's office. It was done so in my time. We did so. We'll write the results and hand over to the commission. They will just, their business is going to go and announce. And of course, after announcing the results, if you feel aggrieved, you will present before the tribunal. The tribunal is as set up by the state government. They also have their own handouts. Now, the appeal to whatever decision the tribunal takes is at the state high court. They will also have their handout to do. So what will you do else? You will accept your fate. And it is the reason why in all states where they have conducted election, all the positions were won by the governor's own party. Does that suggest democracy? It doesn't. So we're also using this opportunity to plead with the National Assembly to immediately, either by resolution or howsoever, remove the issue of election of local government leadership from the hands of the State Independent Electoral Commission. Let INEC, a body saddled with conduct of elections, be responsible for all elections in Nigeria. It beats our imagination that Ikenga Ugochiere, who I'm told is from Umukegu, Akokwa, Idato, local government of Imo State, and represents the people in the green chambers. It beats our imagination that his concern, instead of the gully reading routes that characterize his...
If this country they work the way EFCC police they pursue innocent people wey get iPhone, this man supposed dey prison. Because now only one I confess say the right result that they do like this. If this country they work well, this man for that day prison they go confess the rest. But at the country not they work, they'll say na normal thing. Oh, na just normal talk. Not be normal talk. Somebody now they confess now. This will not be deformation of character because now the only that one on Asabi. In this country, they work well. Where the IGP put the IGP. You dey see as this man dey confess so because if na me now post me that PRO where they do belle like Ogoro, he could not post me. Oh. Somebody dey confess how they take they do election, the right result. As I dey talk to now the person dey ask. We where we dey talk truth, they tell people how this country go take good. Now we dey pursue. Now my own country now, me yaki willy. Even one ghost, one day at the Dutch pass ghost, the ghost called the ask me, sir, what did they do you? Because the ghost said, if any get heart attack, the water they teach to. Because the visa be still ghost. See country. This country not they work. Now for only we the poor, now the country lot they work. The rich. Ghana, one man where you just say dagger 14 years old shankers. And the man be this, now they handcuff on my back. So. It's a t-shirt before say 14 years old girl, now dagger and the girl now seduce her. You understand? Before the man talk, reach out, before he say open eye, Ghana police with handcuff. Nigeria police, this man, what did this man still do for? He just supposed to prison. But because what he talk now truth and he say affair to now, I can thief, arrest thief. Now we do so. If this country go move forward, our law need to work. If the law not dey work, no matter on a change government, on a change IGP, on a change the chief of staff, on a change, we go still remain for the same place. The law must owe anybody. We don't know you be. But Nigeria, the law not the old rich people, not only the poor people. That law they owe. Let me go straight to other news time. One thing I don't see for Africa, especially the religion people, when something where their brain never mature to reach, you they tell them, they go look you like Antichrist or you get mental problem. This man, whether they call a Bedamina, tell and say he was in the world. Where they preach prosperity gospel. Where they deceive people to drop, to bring money, to give God something, to shocktalize God. He said, but we call see and say that thing na rubbish. The man call repent. As the man repent, call the life won't turn and say a lot of things where they preach for na scam. Some of them they fight this man. The man called preach, he said, God is not a Christian. All Nigerians, I'm na oya na gogoro na oya na mutang na we need doing here oya na we meta issue na. Some of them are called the insulter. Say this man don't know anything. They twist Bible. They do like this. Not be twist Bible. It's Bible na calculation. When you calculate, you go know say things. Not be spiritual. Bible not be spiritual. You calculate what you they read. Because some of them are not the calculate things. Now, the same thing where this man they talk, say God is not a Christian. Patrick Lumumba now talk. Say God is not a Christian. A lot of people say they will write book about that. But some of them know, if person talk, say no, I don't do anything about God. I don't do. Now you need to ask questions. Those of you never wash away, Patrick, they talk.
In that context. That said, and you being theologians of the Christian extraction, let it also be understood before I make my contribution that Christianity is a very young religion. It is a post-Christ religion. And I invite those who are present here to read the book that I love, written by Desmond Mpilo Tutu, God is not a Christian. And I believe that God is not a Christian. Christianity, from my theology, is a human construct created after Christ was assumed into heaven. Controversial. That is the standpoint from which I come. I profess Christianity, but I read all holy books. I read the Hindu Gita, and I'm familiar with Hindu mythology. I read the Mahabharata. I hope all of you have read the Mahabharata, because the writers of the Mahabharata say that he who has not and she who has not read the Mahabharata has read nothing, and I agree with him. The Hindu Mahabharata was written 5,000 years before Christianity and is 11 times longer than the Christian Bible. And when I talk about the Christian Bible, I mean the Bible that includes the 12 deuterocanonical books, sometimes referred to as the Apocrypha. And when I watch the Hindu Mahabharata, I begin to see theology, because the characters in that book attend a school under a tree, a banyan tree, and they are being taught theology.
Because some of una for Nigeria, anything una hear about God or about like this, una don't do like this. I not do. You need to ask question. If somebody they talk something, listen to the person, wait till make her they talk that thing. You don't understand now? Hey, they turn and say now unbeliever name una Christian, unbelievers na name una. Adam not be Christian, Abraham not be Christian, David not be Christian, King Solomon not be, all those people not be Christian, Moses not be Christian, even Jesus not be Christian. So how can God be Christian? Christian are your name where they give Christian people, which is us. You understand that? I'm gonna go straight. It's nice one. Time. They're not go hear word. Oh, now where be the junior police for Nigeria? No, they sorry for na life. As work not do so, because say na the police work, not na just patch put from down and see they see on a daily bread. So if una dey poof like fowl or dog or mosquito, you know they touch you now. Philip Shaibu police where they guide down, where they say won't go government from airport like this. They brutalize the man. Those of you never watched the something regarding like that.
They kill him just like that because he's doing his job. They kill him. One civilian that's a party faithful, they kill him. About 4 people now severe injured. Is how we play politics. This is what we are facing in Edo. As we speak now, a lot of our people they shot them. The Inspector General of Police, I beg you with the name of Almighty God, come to our rescue. Wow. Vigilante, he empower vigilante, give them AK-47. Vigilante is not using AK in presence of CP. Let them come and deny it in my presence. Thank God we record everything. We have the video.
Since when they say police die, I call they look online. Say, what did they happen? Whether the PRO, put the PRO, you, me and you, we go shoot clear for the same trouser. Whether I go post say this nonsense must stop. How can you understand a talk? Where government talk now, move police. PRO not post to sound warning to that place. Nothing. Everybody fall down. And now this police now, maybe he go don't marry, maybe he go get children, and he go still even get family. Now he don't go Sarah. Or all this PRO or IGP, no go use somebody to do example so that next time nobody go touch police. No, you not consign them. Some of them go say now they send you. And on our way be the police safe. And I want to say this nonsense must stop. We must go. Even on our way be the police safe, on go know the people who move for our own colleague But because of greed, money, because of long throat, you know, think say this thing can still be me. You go even join the people who even brutalize your own colleague. They one side. They say we are still investigating the matter. Don't worry, we will bring the preparator to book. Na English not the pass like that. I go police page. Whether I go see and say the poster, police not post. But if they reach another stupid things, when I don't post or picture to shake picture with, when I don't do one. With a joke for this, with a joke with everything. US or other country, you poof police. They go fetch everybody come outside. Then those people go confess who sent them to do that shooting. From there, this nonsense go stop. A lot of governors for Nigeria, and so they buy gun, they give thugs. The some CP, when I know about all these things, I cannot also know because I make when they get illegal money to take they do rubbish. When I know all these things. If we talk now, say, oh, defamation of character. If I see my call name now, now I put me for another problem again. And let me just talk like this. See, Edo State, Yaga. They not really put there to order. Now even police now they goof. Nothing. Because you know concern another person go join police. Go straight to other news. If you know say you be Nigeria youth, just come. Because this news not for you. Because not only where they take the train manpower, where manpower take the work, you will see all the men. So they work, una don't come outside. Where this what they do, una don't. Baba thing, big brother go soon start. Oh, about unnecessary things we not go fit consign this country, no, they already contribute. Cause you na age. This girl wey dey my back, so na 1993 they born her. He did South Africa. Cause see the way they debate for parliament as. Cause see as the girl they sound well. Cause see the way they want both president, the parliament people, every. Cause the way they give her to them. Those of you who never watch out. Oh yeah, regard this.
But amongst ourselves as the youth of this country, we know who the true criminals are. We know who stole our land from our grandmothers. We know who stole our mines. We know who stole COVID-19 funds that was meant to keep our people alive. We know who stole Tembisa Hospital money. We know who stole SAA, ISCO, Sasol, Telcom. We know who is now stealing Eskom, Transnet, PRASA, and even privatizing our water. All the while, you are creating an impression that these are natural disasters, despite the fact that they are orchestrated by the true criminals of the government of today, deployed by the Oppenheimers. We know who stole the money that is meant to eradicate pit toilets in the Eastern Cape. We know who stole NSFAS money. We know the mafias of the Steinhoff heist. We know the thugs of the Skills Development Fund. And we definitely know who the #1 money launderer is. There is absolutely nothing that the establishment, masquerading as a government of national unity, can do to deter us, the youth of today, from seeking out our generational mission. The government of the ANC has not fooled all of us. It is under the ANC that we saw privatization of state-owned entities at a large scale, much higher than that of the apartheid government. A trail of privatization that is so aggressive that even our health care isn't spared through the NHI. The rise of the establishment and the collapse of the state takes shape under the government of the ANC. That is the legacy of the ANC today. The positive outcomes of all of this neoliberal facade of the government of the day is that we now rightly characterize the neoliberal agenda encompassing of all its participants who are part of the GNU coalition. We now know who the enemy of economic freedom is. Even in the past, even if in the past, they pretended to be a part of us and spoke like the forefathers of the emancipation movement. The battle lines have been drawn. It is the subject of the Oppenheimer, the GNU coalition, versus the people of South Africa. The youth of this country will continue to chant economic freedom in our lifetime. We will continue to present bills in this House that call for expropriation of land without compensation. We will continue to call for nationalization of mines, banks, and other strategic sectors. We will push back against your corruption and hold the captains of the ruling class accountable. We will fight for the scrapping of student debt and continue to call for quality, free, and decolonized education in our lifetime. We will continue to call for free healthcare, housing, water, and sanitation. We will continue to remind you that the young people in this country deserve real jobs. Iseng mebereko ya otopa dipampiri le internship is 6 months. We want industrial development, insourcing of security guards and cleaners, free pads, Mr. President, and all those rent manipulators to be arrested and to rot in jail. The people's power is rising in Africa, and we will not be left behind.
My country, speaking, and all of us, we know. We know everybody where they give us hard time. We know the people where they made this country not get light. We know the people where they shop our country money, where they loot everything. We know them, but we they hate them. And then we loyal, Shema. We loyal. We know everything. I just get to tell you so. But our youth for Nigeria, they go another my country. Now to go cause problem upon problem. India problem. Pakistan problem. Everywhere Turkey problem. Everywhere now give problem. On our country they sink, they go. In our concern me. You see how people they talk. And Nigeria government and the rest and the judge, you see the way they get it, they talk. Anybody go and say deformation of character, who you know, how did you know? Come and tell us, because they don't want me another person speak out. They call use law, they tie you down from another angle. You see, huh? See country. And when nobody will speak. All of us will they tweet. We tweet for comment session. Some of us, because of this online money, some of us will go enter big problem. I dey on my own, I dey send me this news. Oh boy, Pararan, you don't hear what happen. One governor picking don't move person for India for inside club because of Shenkes. When the news where they say now give me the boy page everything. One thing as human being where they think, I say, governor picking, not be for Nigeria. You go India. Because they go follow person, they drag Shenkes. Indian person, called Starban. I said, this thing no too make sense to me. That's why the news never rampant though. Now I go tell the person who send and give me say, you feel show me news station for India where reporters say they don't arrest them. The papa they bribe, but they not agree. Like this, like they don't bring billions come. Till now, they not send me. Now, the boy don't come outside. Even the papa, everybody say the thing a lie. The boy say even they ask. So it's 2 months now, I never ever travel. Even though we hate government, must we lie? Those of you never watch him. Oh yeah.
To our next story. You know, the governor of Borno State, the likable Professor Babagana Zulum, is an exasperated man as we speak. The governor has denied that his son, Umara, killed someone at an Indian nightclub, and neither was he ever arrested for the same offense. The senior special assistant to the governor of New Media, Abdurrahman Bundi, however, said Governor Zulum would not hesitate to take legal action against purveyors of the news. The story, according to the aide, is mischievous and defamatory and without any speck of truth. The offensive news was published by an online blog. The state government demands a retraction of the story from the publisher and a public apology within the next 24 hours or risk legal action. What do fake news mongers want? Azoko, have you thought about that at all?
I think what they really want is just despite the government has been making effort, to tell people on fake news and misinformation and disinformation.
Yeah.
So many people don't want to learn. Even when they are arresting some of these online publishers and bloggers, people still don't want to learn.
Yeah.
They'll arrest you, you go to court, they'll release you, but you still see some people still go online and still be publishing.
Makes you wonder
things,
how an editor, what every grain of salt in his house.
No, if is an editor that's gone through the process of
the mill, yeah.
I'm not sure that editor will want to take anything that is fake news.
If una just hate person for this Nigeria, una can just dey lie. Now make they know they take us serious. Or this online blog, everybody want just make money. Hey, nobody they verify. So even if you don't want verify, you know they think. If they bring the news come, you know if you calculate. India, Governor Peking, go fight for Shenkes for India for inside club, boss bottle. Who you be? No, in Nigeria now for physics believe this something. Sometimes more take it easy with lie. It can make us now if we dey talk true, people will look and say they don't come again with lie. People go straight to down, there's no time. You know, I told now before say the reason why Nigeria know they grow. All the place then where government put where go guide people for this country, all of them go turn friends, courteous. So now all of them, nobody can do their job. Kenya police boss has say make anybody not protest again for Nairobi. Say because enough is enough. Say if they catch anybody will protest again like this. Now their court come outside say, oh, now not get right to tell anybody not to protest. As far as a peaceful protest, everybody get right to protest. You dey see country. You dey see police say not protest. Court say allow them to protest because they are right. Those of them never watch them.
Now moving on, the High Court has today suspended Acting Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja's directive banning protests within Nairobi's Central Business District and its environs over safety concerns. Justice Batati Wamuye issued the order following a case filed by Katiba Institute challenging Kanja's directive Wednesday. The court's order came on a day the planned youth-led assembly at Uhuru Park that would have culminated in a march to State House failed to take place. This after anti-riot police sealed off the venue, as Gloria Milimo reports.
A heavy presence of anti-riot police was witnessed within the Nairobi Central Business District Thursday ahead of the planned march to State House in what appears to be a relentless push by the youth-led protesters demanding the resignation of President William Ruto. By midday, when street marches gained momentum, Uhuru Park, that was to be the main assembly point for at least 5 million Generation Z protesters, according to an online poster calling for people to gather on Thursday, remained deserted, though guarded heavily by anti-riot police who had sealed its main entrance. It is not yet clear whether the protesters heeded the demonstrations ban by police late Wednesday that stated that no demonstrations would be permitted in Nairobi Central Business District and its surroundings until further notice to ensure public safety, or whether the unpleasantly chilly Nairobi weather was not favorable for demonstrations, or whether they saw it wise to retreat, re-strategize, and unleash another surprise on the security agencies. It may, however, come as a reprieve for planners of the Gen Z protests after the High Court suspended the Wednesday directive banning protests within Nairobi by the Acting Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja. Justice Bahati Mwamuye directed that the AG Inspector General or any other person serving within the National Police Service or acting in support of the National Police Service should not effect the police order issued Wednesday.
One man, now Nigeria won't protest. You see what they do now? Government don't call police. Government don't call army down. Government don't call judge. Government don't call like this because all of them now don't talk friends. All of them now from there. What you will do more threatening them. But they not do, you know, so you see the thief, you know, so I see the thief, not be only us, not the thief, you police self, when I get corruption, you judge self, when I get corruption, so maybe if you say, not be only us, it will touch you, so you they protest now. Not if you say, not only the government, only Tinubu, only like this, so it will affect everybody, so what can we do? Now we do so. Some of them, if you say, not only the politicians, now just corrupt. No. Police, or in a roti, army, custom, immigration, over city too. Everywhere. The corruption will be here. Corruption, you don't do, or tiny country now, you tory. So anytime when I want protest, they will call do meeting for back. No, say, even our media, say, those one. Na sawa le okpongbo in akpokpongbo brand envelope everything they don't give them, they don't even do their job. So now nobody they do job for me and you will be the common citizen. You see as country they work, the judiciary say they must do. You see country, only country, but Nigeria, all of them don't join court, all of them don't do society, and they do say let me call the IGP now. The president put the IGP. I will talk to your boys. What can we do? Give them threaten them. Do like this. Chief of staff, AFA, and we do so. And we won't make this country good. Do just that because say you police now, God, you the benefit. You politicians, you the benefit. You judge, you the benefit. You don't ask what about the rest judge, the people who did down of honor, or the police, the people who did down for police. You politicians, the people who did. No, so far una do okay and una don't turn friends. Now, for you to get anything for Nigeria, a connection, or you must belong. Rubbish. Since when the old hush puppy, where would if you say Yahoo don't stop? Say they don't hold the king of Yahoo. We don't know say hush puppy they learn. Hush puppy, they learn work. We don't get another Yahoo done now. On an eye, or supposed to be Escobar. Or you see Pablo. We do on our own. They tell us say Dubai. They don't lift the ban for Nigeria after how many years? Well, almost 2 years. I'll be almost 1 year plus. So now Nigeria will fit travel to Dubai. More than listening, this news na big word, big news. Our Minister of Information, Mohammed Omumadu Idris, now I call tweet. So as I talk, just put the tweet for the front, make they see am, so that they go know say I know the lie. Call tweet, then you can even pull link. You see the link, underline that link there, circle the link, make they see am. Now I call put this link. Where Nigerians go apply for visa, Nigeria call rush enter the link. So call they apply, call they do. Now then Nigeria call they say, for you to get visa, your visa fee is 600,000. Then you must get about $10,000 for your account before you go travel. Nigerians call they look the website one kind. They call they say this website not be Dubai. The good Nigerians, they never plenty because some of them are dead there now. Another thing they do. They can go make research, everything. And on the way Dubai say not be they give Nigeria this website. This one they don't know this website. And they know they collect 650,000 for visa fee. And they know they ask for $10,000 today your account. And our Minister of Information, which is the latest Yahoo man now, that be this, that one. Those of them never watch and when they talk with day our cry. Minister of Information does join Yahoo of go bomb. He said they go bomb other country. If they even they bomb your own citizens. Those of them never watch
It's been conflict of information ever since news of the lifting of the UAE ban on Nigeria surfaced. Many questions have been in the air since the United Arab Emirates government denied knowledge of requirements for Nigerians to have a $10,000 bank balance minimum and payment of 640,000 naira for a document verification number to come into the UAE. Now, this contradicts the information that was released to Nigerians by its Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris. According to the cable newspaper, the UAE's Department of Economy and Tourism disclaimed affiliation with the Document Verification Hub, the DV Hub website, which listed the controversial requirements.
Now, UAE Dubai's General Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs also denies approving $10,000 bank balance and 640,000 naira fee as visa application requirements for Nigerians. Many Nigerians have asked questions since this revelation came to light yesterday. The federal government is yet to address the subject.
Joining us to discuss this is journalist David Hundeng. Good morning, David. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, I think we'll go back to the beginning as to how we got here. The Minister of Information did share reports about the fact that the UAE visa ban had been lifted, shared a website on X, and it was from visiting the website that Nigerians were able to confirm that, confirm then that there was a 640,000 naira fee for the document verification website. Talk to us about how we've gotten from that place to now finding out that they actually, those websites do not belong to the UAE.
Well, so someone on Twitter, I remember, made a comment to the effect of, I'm sure this money, this 640,000 naira isn't actually going to the UAE government, that he's sure that it's actually the Nigerian government or people linked to the Nigerian government that have created some sort of arbitrage opportunity there. And to be honest, that, you know, reflexively, that checked out, because that's like a regular business model within the Nigerian system. So the first thing I did was to go check the registration of the websites on Whois. So who actually owns the website? Because the first thing I noted was all official UAE government websites end with the domain .gov.ae. This website ended with the domain .ae, which is a freely accessible domain. It's not a UAE government domain. But again, the people behind it obviously don't expect Nigerians to be able to tell that there's a difference. So there was a deliberate attempt to misrepresent this website as a UAE or government official website, which it categorically was not. It was .ae. So I went to find out who is behind this thing. And one of the very first results that came up was from a platform called Scam Advisor, which basically looks out for such websites and advises visitors as to the reliability of this website. And it said very clearly that the actual beneficial owner of this website is hiding their identity using a paid service. So usually how that works is there's a middleman or an entity that specializes in operating or registering websites on behalf of clients. So the client's identity isn't displayed on the Whois record. It's the middleman's identity. And this middleman turned out to be this Canadian fellow called John Goffrey. I mean, I did some little research on this fellow. It turned out that this fellow works for a Spanish IT company that specializes in creating sustainable revenues for African governments. So essentially, if you're familiar with the business model of Alpha Beta Consulting in Lagos, this is basically the Spanish version of Alpha Beta, but it only seems to do any business in Africa. So just off of that alone, already you could tell very clearly what was going on here. Someone has deliberately misrepresented a private website with a .ae domain as a UAE government website, and then the Minister of Information has gone and tweeted it as though it's something that came from the UAE authorities, which it categorically did not. And then you've been able to establish that the person, whoever is actually behind this website, is actually hiding their identity. And they're using this Canadian middleman working for this Spanish IT company that specializes in inserting itself into arbitrage opportunities in African public sector spaces. And my hypothesis was that there's a private entity that has positioned itself to make money from an inefficiency in the Nigerian public sector. This is a very common way of making money, illicit money in the Nigerian public space, where, hypothetically speaking, there's a road and the road is freely accessible So what you then do is you go put up a gate in the middle of the road and start charging people to pass through it. So you've created an income opportunity for yourself without creating any value for people. That's a very regular way of becoming rich in the Nigerian public sector.
Is it possible?
And my hypothesis was,
yeah, I just wanted to ask, is it possible that Mohammed Idris is, was not aware? Or, are you maybe alluding to the fact that, he also was aware that this might have been a fraudulent website, and the whole idea of charging Nigerians 640,000 naira per person, he's very much aware. Is there that possibility?
Well, he honestly cannot say that he's not aware. First of all, it's his job to be aware. He's the Minister of Information. Secondly, he put it out in official communication. So the idea of him not being aware doesn't come into it at all. As a cabinet minister whose job it is to provide definitive information to the public, any statement or any information put out in an official capacity, because this went out not just on his own Twitter handle, it also went out on the Ministry of Information's public channels as well. So any sort of information like that is put out officially, you have to assume that he's aware or the ministry is aware. So him not being aware doesn't come into it at all. And, just to complete what I was saying earlier, it then came out yesterday when the cable, the online newspaper, then did its own separate verification and reached out to the UAE authorities, who then stated very clearly that they do not know anything about this website. This website has nothing to do with them. So it's clear to see what has happened here. Apparently, the UAE has actually lifted the visa ban against Nigeria and has probably given the Nigerian government some sort of indication that there needs to be some form of verification of people's identities before they go on to apply for UAE visas. I don't know whether that happened for a fact. That's just a guess that I'm making. And then someone within the Nigerian establishment got a brainwave that their way to make money out of this again was to put up a gate in the middle of a road where people are passing freely. So document verification, which is not a thing that anyone should need to pay for, because you are in Nigerian government screening people who are presenting Nigerian government issued ID. What are you charging them for? And then you're not just charging them. This is not 5,000 naira I'm talking about. This is 640,000 naira. And apparently it's valid for only 14 days at a time. Meaning that anyone who travels to Dubai or Abu Dhabi multiple times a year is going to part with millions of naira just to be able to travel. And that money is not going to the UAE authorities. That money is going to an undisclosed private actor within the Nigerian pseudo-public space.
I mean, you just gave a core example that someone is putting a gate on a free road. And if this is confirmed, I'm hoping that the government addresses this today. If this is confirmed to be true, it's no different from those thugs who, stop people on the road to collect extra money for them to actually pass when they should actually be able to pass. David, what picture are we painting? We've had a back and forth with the UAE in the past couple of years. What message are we sending about Nigeria to the UAE and to the rest of the world?
Well, the message, unfortunately, that we're sending is that Nigeria is a country that is ruled by those kinds of area boys that you described, the people who stop you on the road and collect money from you for no reason whatsoever. Otherwise, they don't let you pass. That's the perception that is being given to the world now, that in addition to the many negative stereotypes that afflict Nigerians as a people, that even the Nigerian government itself is essentially a criminal entity and will stop at nothing to enact this criminality, including against its own people. Because where you have a UAE government responding to an inquiry from a media outlet and saying that we don't know anything about this, they're actively distancing themselves from this. That in itself is a very powerful statement. That in itself says something, because typically what would happen in a diplomatic setting like that is, so as to avoid creating controversy or creating embarrassment for the counterparty, the UAE embassy would probably say something to the effect of, we'll go seek for clarification or something. They wouldn't put out a definitive statement saying this didn't emanate from us. But that's exactly what they did. So that in itself, if you're familiar with how diplomacy works, that in itself is a statement of exasperation. That shows that they are tired of these Nigerians, that these guys, we have, as you said, we've gone back and forth with them for I don't know how long now. It's happened twice already that the Nigerian government has come out and told lies that, oh, the UAE visa ban has been lifted. The first time it was CNN that did a fact check, very embarrassing, and said, no, this didn't happen. Then it happened again. And then this has happened again, and then the UAE authorities themselves are saying, whatever is happening between you people and your government, it's between you and your government. We don't have any hand in this. Please don't disturb us. Because that was essentially what that statement said.
Yeah.
So I think that really says it.
I think it's just very, very, very embarrassing. I don't think there's any other way to describe it, and I'm hoping that there's a response by the Nigerian government to what we are currently, discussing. Olive?
Let's also, look at what other Nigerians are saying about it. It's been many conversations happening on X. Let's take a few tweets. Nefertiti's Crush, interesting handle. It says, if not for David Hunde, imagine the amount of people that would have rushed to pay that 640K. Federal government don't turn Yahoo boys. APC must be stopped. We must protest for good governance. Enough is enough. Let's move away from this and see a few other tweets regarding this conversation. Benassi, I bet you people would have overlooked the scam if it was below 100,000. Do you know how much you have to hate your citizens to want to scam them of 640,000 naira in these terrible times? And the next one is from Fortune. By the time Bola and his crooks, you know what? Let's just we've run out of time for these tweets. We can't, take a number of them. But the question would be that, how do we proceed from here, David? What explanations or what next steps do we expect? Are we expecting feedback? Are we expecting the government to address this? Do we know if some people have even already paid the 640,000 naira? And if they have, are we expecting a refund? Or should they expect a refund?
So what I expect will happen is what typically tends to happen when the government is caught with its pants down. And I know this because this happened. In fact, I sat down on this very TV station almost exactly a year ago to the day, discussing a very similar scandal in a different space, the Nigeria Air scandal, where again, somebody magicked something out of thin air and created a huge international embarrassment for the country. And the government's response to that was to cover their eyes and cover their ears and cover their mouths. Nobody said anything. It wasn't until the new Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, came in, and then there was some movement, and then eventually they admitted it, which was months later. But in the immediate aftermath of being exposed, they will do what the Nigerian government always does, which is pretend that nothing happened and just ignore it. I hope that people move on to the next thing, because again, the calculation is that Nigerians have the attention span of goldfish. So that's exactly what they're hoping will happen. I don't know whether anyone actually paid that 640,000 naira. I hope they didn't, because if they did, well, best of luck to them. I don't think they're going to be seeing that money again, but we'll see.
All right. We hope that there's a response from the Nigerian government. David Hunde, thanks a lot for your time, as always. Thanks for stopping by. We'll speak with you again soon.
What country? I never see where government is coming on citizen. Na Nigeria na day. Minister of Information. Till now, Nigeria government over come as a say, okay, now like this, so okay, would they misplace them? Okay. Till now, they not go even sack anybody. In a country where they work, now they talk to, now we be the citizen. Now you where they watch, now they go they talk to. In this country, they work where we go call for it. May this guy resign. People go protest. Not be everything be only Tinubu. This one a criminal act. Your own citizen, you want scammer. Bring fake website, call way. They never say. You never see where Minister of Information they post website. And over here, and one of if you said to something, may they go do. Waiting concern Minister of Information, we call the post website where we will pass, go. They go do something. If not, be say you don't start Yahoo, you want to the bomb us. So you go to bomb another country. I make I want to bomb una. You see, on be na your own country citizen. And una sit down there, una quiet, una they follow another thing, another fight, and they scam us. And some of them don't want to pay this money. No pay. That website not be for Nigeria or na Minister of Information and the Yahoo boys for your office. Nah, you know, that is don't get office. Maybe this office now. I never know where the office is. I don't call person another country. They don't call the first for me. See country na Kbore.